Pokemon is coming out with another new set. This time we're going to be talking about a Japanese set, Paradise Dragono. Due to release September 13th of this year, this is going to be a fire set, and as mentioned by many others, it seems that this set was made because it is the year of the dragon. One other thing I want to mention about Paradise Dragono before we get into it, this set will not be the full set of Surging Sparks, but for the English set that will not be the primary focus of this one, Surging Sparks, a portion of that set will be made from Paradise Dragono. Now let's dive in. So here's some information that's available to us. So there's the pack art. It actually looks really nice. I actually really like the Executor, the Alolan Executor. It looks really cool with the gems around it, of course, at the top there. It's really beautiful. We're gonna see Latios and Latias in this set as well. I don't know if we're gonna see any other dragons such as Rayquaza or Dragonite. That would be really cool. And then, you know, just turn this into a semi-evolving skies with, with of course that set having multiple Rayquazas and a Dragonite as well. But focusing back on the set here, beautiful booster pack, I think so far. I really like it. And a couple of the EX cards that are shown here as well, we'll dive a little bit further into as we talk about the cards in this set. As mentioned, September 13th is going to be the release date. It looks like the set will have 54 cards, the Japanese version that is, of course, and it will include also SAR cards or better. I think the set actually has 64 cards, not 54. We'll double check that in a moment here. September 13th, as we mentioned, and it will cost about 5,400 yen, which is about $50 Canadian or $36 US. Wow, that's really cheap. For this booster box. Booster box will contain 30 packs and each pack will contain 5 cards. Booster box actually looks really nice as well. I really wish that the Canadian booster boxes, or the English booster boxes I should say, were those kind of prices, because how affordable would that be for us over here? Now let's look at a few of the cards here. So there haven't been many of the rare cards, secret rare cards, whatever you want to call it, or even EX cards, which is what we're looking at right now, released, but here's one of them, and the Alolan Executor EX is the first one to make that branch. And as you see at the bottom here, it is card number 64, so I was correct, it is 64, not 54 cards in the set. It's a really nice card. I'm not into the game, so I'm not sure how good of a card it will be from a playability perspective. I know though that whenever the set comes out, it's always good to offload a bunch of the EX cards that you get if you're not a player, especially if you want to make a few bucks right off the bat. I've done that with many sets before myself. I collect 4 or 5 EXs of the same kind. You post it on eBay and one buyer will just buy them all because they're building a deck with it or whatnot. So again, this is the Japanese version. I don't have too much information on the Japanese market and how that works, but this is a card that if it is in Surging Sparks would be one that you may be able to offload to make a few bucks. But really nice artwork, just to focus on that here. He's got the whole like gems going around it, as I mentioned earlier, and I think there are other palm trees in the background. Really cool EX card actually. I'm not a collector of EX cards, just the playable ones. But in general, this one's a nice one. The next one is Latias here, another EX card that's out, another card that folks may want to use for their decks when you're building them. Between the two of them, Alolan Executor and the Latias here, I prefer the Executor for sure. It just looks like a much better art card. And I'm really excited to see what their full arts or their SIRs are going to actually look like, because those will probably be amazing and will probably be worth a few bucks, of course. Again, being the heavy hitters of this set. We don't know yet if Dragonite or Rayquaza are going to make this set. It would be a shame if they didn't, to be honest with you, but they are in a lot of sets already, so they may skip them for this one. So here are some of the trainer cards we're going to get in this set. We don't have any of the SIRs or full arts or whatnot, but it's an indication to what we may be getting from the SARs as well. We've got Drain and Lucia here. Both of them are the only trainers that I've seen so far, which can indicate that they may actually become the full art or the SIRs or illustration rares from this set, and could be worth quite a bit of money, because again, when it comes to the Japanese sets, the waifu cards tend to be the more expensive ones. I'm talking about Lucia when I'm saying that, of course. I don't know how Drayton will do, but this is the first look at this. From an English perspective, of course, Surging Sparks, it's hard to say that that will be the SIR or the full art, because it will be made from multiple sets. So it could be that the other Japanese set that comes out makes up the SIRs or the trainer SIRs from that set instead of this one. So again, I can't really make a comment on that yet because I'm not too sure what's going on there. But for Paradise Dragono, there is a huge possibility that she will make that full art or SIR card, and some of these other cards may take the gold spot, or for such as this, I think it's a Dusk Ball, may take that gold card. Or not. We'll see what happens there. And Drayton may also take an IR or SIR card as well, or a full art, whatnot. So these are some of the trainer cards we're going to be getting with Paradise Dragono. Here are some of the common and uncommon cards you'll see as well from Paradise Dragono. The 2 EXs, the Sylveon specifically as well. These are promo cards. They're not actually going to be in this set. But that is a really nice Sylveon card, actually, I did want to talk about for a second, and will be a promo card, and I'm going to be picking this up for sure. It's probably going to come in one of those decks or whatnot that you can pick up. Should be a part of the Surging Sparks promos, that is. This is a very, very beautiful Sylveon EX here. So again, I know we keep kind of going back and forth between the two of these sets, but how can you not when you see such a beautiful card such as this one over here? This is actually a really nice looking card. But going back to the cards here, I mean, this hole right here is actually really nice as well. Gives me those vibes from back in the Kanto region when Ash was just beginning his journey and Ho was flying through the sky. Just gives me that vibe right there. It's a really nice card as well. I believe this is a confirmed card from Surging Sparks, but I'm not sure if it's actually from Paradise Dragono. So that's a quick look at Paradise Dragono and a little touch on Surging Sparks as well. This is what we have available right now. When more information comes out and more cards are out to look at, we'll definitely have another video on that later on. Again, this is just a very preliminary look at what we have and what's available out there. This set is due to release on September 13th, so whether you're an English collector or a Japanese collector, it's something to look out for, as these cards will potentially be in Surging Sparks as well. Let me know in the comment section below which cards you think are going to make this set as well, whether Rayquaza or Dragonite may actually make this set, and if we're going to see any illustration rares with the trainers that we talked about, Lysea and Drayton. And if you like this content, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. Thank you everyone for watching, and sorry that my voice is still not there. We'll see you next time.